Hello, this is Teresa from Whimsical Card Studio. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create an explosion box with a Harry Potter theme. When Crackerbox and Suzy released all these different Harry Potter stamps, I knew this is a project that I wanted to get done at some point. And don't worry about keeping up with all the names of the stamps that I'm showing you, because I will put links below to all the stamps below. The explosion box that I'm using is something that I picked up from Michael's. If there is an active link to that project, I'll also try to include it below. Now I'm using a piece of 8.5 by 11 Nina Solar White cardstock. I've split this not quite in half, but as you can see, 8.5 by 6.5 is what I'm using to stamp all the Crest as well as the sorting hat stamp. I'm using black memento ink to stamp everything. This is a very color intensive video, so if you do not want to watch all of the coloring, you can skip ahead, and I'll try to put the time mark here up in the top corner in a moment so you know where you can go if you don't want to watch all this. What I'll try to do also is I'll put the cap of the marker that I'm using up at the top, but if you want to have a list that you could possibly print out later, you might want to visit the link below to my blog to get all the Copic colors for each of the objects. Now I'm working on the potion bottle first, and first I put down some RV17 for the main color. I left some space, some white space, so I could have a reflection off of the bottle that I can just adjust as I need to. And I use the RV06 marker to push down some of that other color and make those bubbles look like they're lighter in the center and darker around the edges. So I'm using the B000 and B00 marker on the glass bottle in order to make it look more like glass, so to speak. And then I'll use some browns on the cork as well as the little tag. So there is the potion bottle. And since this video is very color intensive and the coloring process is the majority of the video, I am going to be playing some music here shortly, and I may jump in here and there to highlight what I'm doing with the coloring. But in the meantime, I thought instead of me just sitting here in awkward silence or trying to think of things to say while I color, I would just let you enjoy some music. And now that I'm finishing up the coloring, I'm going to put these on a mat and take them over to my brother's Scan and Cut so that I can cut all these Crest and all the other items that I've been coloring throughout this video. It's a really handy tool to have. And I just finished die cutting all the images with my brother's Scan and Cut, so now I'm going to remove all of the images from the mat and put them aside while I prepare the box that they're going to go onto. And since the paper is very white on the inside, I'm going to layer up the color using Clarity Stencil brushes. I'm using the third largest brush here. I start with the Pumice Stone Distress ink. I think it would work whether you have Oxide or Distress ink. This is just, I just happen to only have Pumice Stone in the Distress ink. Now I moved on to Walnut Stain, Distress Oxide, built up some more color. And now I'm adding some black soot around the edges of each of the sides. And I just used a piece of typing paper that I had on my craft table to keep from getting ink where I didn't want it. There are a couple places where I'll stamp directly onto the page, not the pages, but they are kind of like pages when you think about it. Die cut wand and using my phone as a handy little weight in the center temporarily. So I'm picking up the 3 words. I'm going to stamp them on using VersaFine Onyx Black ink and put some glue onto the little wand and put that in place. And then I'm going to just move around and put my die cut images on each one of these little pages, as I call them, as I work my way around. I had all my images laid out in the order that I intended to put them on there. And for the house crest, I put some double-sided foam adhesive tape so they can have some dimension, and that front flap is the only one where you can add something with dimension on it. Otherwise, you can't have it fold correctly when you're done. So I'm starting to remove all the adhesive tape and applying on the inside. And as you will see after I finish this and apply Harry Potter in the center of it, you can still add a small gift in the center of it for your Harry Potter fan, whether that's yourself or another person in your life that really loves this. I hope that you have enjoyed watching this video. If you have, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll take a minute to do that, as well as hit the notification bell so you will not miss any future videos. And now that that's said, please stay tuned in the next day or two. I'm going to be posting a video about Creativation 2019 in Phoenix, which I will be attending. So I'm going to give you some more information about where I will be and when I will be posting some possibly live videos while I'm there from Wednesday through the following Monday. Hope you have a great week. See you next time.